So, what we want is to have the details at the end of the first set of the Tien Tai Chi. We are at the arm. Right? We're going to sit back, smooth the stone, and I'm going to do it in both directions so you can see.
Okay.
As far as we can. Notice how the foot's coming with me. Okay?
Okay.
And when I shift my weight, when do I know to shift my weight? Is when I feel the coiling inside my body. So when I get here, I'll turn and then I start to feel this coiling through my body. That's my signal to put the toe down and shift the weight, and it naturally releases the coiling.
Okay.
From here, everything's going to swoop together and out to single whip. Okay? I'm going to do that facing you one time.
Yes, please.
So I was here, and then as I said, we're going to sit back, turn the body as a unit. And when I get to a certain place, I'll feel a little coiling tension through my body. That's my cue. Put the toe down, shift my weight, and then it will naturally just release the tension in the body. Everything gathers together. That motion there, I used to call this the loop, the swoop and scoop, right?
Okay.
So this one's going to swoop around, this one's going to scoop around, and did you see how all three finish together? Right, so I'll come around here, then I step out. Ideally, as a beginner, we step out heel of the foot, not crossing the line, ball of the foot, and then we bend the knee just a touch to make sure it's going in the right direction, or as close to it as we can, and single whip. A little later, when we get stronger, we'll sit and we'll slide the foot like we're rolling a marble across the earth, put it down, and then shift into it. Okay? So, those are some footwork details that really make a difference as far as the work goes. So what you're learning today, the next two movements, okay, is to turn, like I was just showing you, from here. I'm going to roll out, step out, ball, heel of the foot, ball of the foot, bend the knee, shift the weight. Now when I go backwards to the next movement, it's just the opposite. I don't push, right? You know, we were talking earlier about people learn differently. And when people push you, sometimes it's easy to push back, right? But if they lure you, then the mind just kind of follows. So one of the dialogues I used to have to say, you know, remind myself, in the Tai Chi Chuan, the yin always gives birth to the yang. And what that means is that the stillness always gives birth to the movement. All right? So you can't have a tree without a seed. The seed is yin, it's with potential. Once the seed opens, then it's yang. It comes out. Right? So in this motion, I become still for just a moment. That's the seed. And then the birth, the sprout of the next motion starts with this knee. So I don't push. I bend this knee and touch, and it's like a little rock that lets the big boulder just start to move. Okay? So I bend that back knee just a touch, and then when I get halfway, then I allow the waist to turn. Here comes the rest of the body. Fan over the arm, so I fan over. This is just like the Chinese fan. It fans over to the 45-degree mark over here. That's that motion. Now, my technique here, I'll show you. This hand is at the level of my nose, just as long as my foot. This hand, the log going in the center of that palm, pointing to the elbow, level my heart. So when I turn it, bend the knee, fan over to there. 99, 1%. Notice here that the toe is up, not down. So it's going to be the toes up. From here, we'll have this one. From here, we're going to rotate back, what we call a slicing hand. The hand that's going to come down and wrap around, like so. And from here, it's going to open up. Crane pulls wings. Now, I'm going Do that again. So if I was in single whip, let's see, I had done a right single whip. This way you can see it. Over. And from here, just this hand is slicing down. But notice my hand isn't moving really. My body is. And then it all comes together. The low hand wipes up. And then everything settles. And it could be a little higher if needed, a little lower if you can feel like you can do it. But that's where we're trying to get to.
That's the nuance, and that's what I'm learning, the nuances. And what is it? That brush knee has helped me so much. Just brush knee and moving my hands with my waist.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
So let me do that again as a whole unit, okay? So I'm here at the end of the first set. The first stanza is what I just call it. All right, I just did the on. Then you see the back? So here I come. Pull it around. Scoop. Bend the front knee a notch. Let the waist forward. Bend the back knee a touch. Fan the arms together. Settle. Come back. Everything wraps up a little bit, just like a silkworm in the cocoon. Okay? And it opens up. The crane pulls in. Okay? That's what we're going to try to get to.
Okay.